The journey of the perfect chip begins deep in the soil. As the sun rises, these vast fields are ready to yield their starchy treasure. Colossal machines awaken to harvest the crop. These technological marvels are designed to dig gently yet efficiently.
Steel blades cut through the soil, lifting the tubers from their slumber. It is the first step in a transformation from raw vegetable to crispy snack.
Vibration separates the earth from the prize. The soil returns to the field, while the potatoes continue their journey.
Ascending the elevator, the crop enters the light. Thousands of pounds of potatoes are gathered every minute.
Synchronized driving allows for non-stop harvesting. The transfer is continuous, filling the trailers with tons of raw material. Within minutes, the trailer is heaped high with the harvest. Speed is essential to get the crop from field to storage.
Logistics in the field are a choreographed dance of heavy machinery. Efficiency here ensures a steady supply for the hungry factory.
Even with advanced machinery, the human eye is the first line of defense. Field inspectors ensure only healthy potatoes leave the ground.
Leaving the soft soil behind, the cargo hits the asphalt. The journey to the processing plant has officially begun.
A convoy of raw potential moves toward the industrial zone. These trucks carry the essential fuel for the factory's fires.
The destination is a fortress of food safety and automation. Here, the humble potato will be reinvented.
Precision starts at the gate with the weighbridge. Every kilogram of incoming raw material is accounted for.
Before entry is granted, samples are drawn for analysis. The lab checks for sugar content and solid density.
A test fry reveals the potato's true character. High sugar content would burn the chips, so only the best tubers pass.
The batch passes the rigorous quality tests. The truck is cleared to proceed to the tipping bay. The driver navigates the massive rig into the intake zone. The factory is ready to receive its fuel.
Gravity does the heavy lifting as hydraulic rams tilt the trailer. It is a dramatic surrender of the cargo.
A landslide of potatoes thunders into the receiving hopper. The sheer volume creates a spectacle of abundance.
Despite the fall, the landing is soft. Rubberized belts cushion the impact to prevent internal bruising.
The first stage of cleaning separates the heavy stones from the crop. Rocks sink, while the buoyant potatoes float on. Star wheels break apart stubborn clods of earth. Nothing but the potato itself is allowed to proceed.
The potatoes enter climate-controlled hibernation. Here, they wait in the dark until the production line calls. When the factory is hungry, the line begins to feed. A continuous stream is established for the processing floor. A rotating drum mimics a gentle river current. Water jets wash away the last of the field dust.
Human oversight complements the automated systems. Experienced eyes spot imperfections that machines might miss.
The batch enters the steam peeler, a high-pressure chamber. This method is efficient and minimizes waste.
Superheated steam blasts the surface for a split second. The skin is loosened without cooking the flesh beneath. A sudden drop in pressure causes the skins to literally burst off. It is physics applied to food preparation. Rotating brushes wipe away the loosened peel. The potatoes emerge clean, smooth, and creamy white. Cameras scan every tuber for green spots or rot. Air jets kick out the rejects with sniper-like precision.
Hydro transport moves the potatoes at high speed. They are carried by water directly into the cutting heads.
The heart of the chip factory is the rotary slicer. Razor-sharp blades spin at blinding speeds. Centrifugal force presses the potato against the stationary blades. Physics ensures a consistent cut every time.
In a fraction of a second, a whole potato becomes dozens of slices. Each one is cut to a precise millimeter thickness.
The blade profile determines the chip's personality. Flat for the purists, crinkle cut for the texture lovers.
A cascade of raw slices falls into the washing flume. They are delicate now and must be handled with care.
Surface starch is washed away immediately. This is the secret to preventing the chips from sticking together.
Turbulent water separates the slices gently. It ensures each chip is individually cleaned and rinsed. Nothing is wasted in a modern factory. The washed-off starch is recovered and sold for other industrial uses. Backlighting reveals hidden defects in the raw slices. Optical sorters identify and remove any with black spots.
Some varieties pass through a blanching stage. A quick hot bath balances the sugar levels for an even golden fry.
Excess water is the enemy of the fryer. Air knives blast the moisture away to prepare for the hot oil.
Sensors confirm the surface moisture is low. Entering the oil too wet would cool the fryer and waste energy.
The slices are ready for the main event. They enter the massive continuous fryer on a metal belt.
A curtain of hot oil welcomes the slices. The transformation from raw to crispy begins instantly.
The water inside the potato evaporates explosively. This release of steam creates the bubbles and the crunch.
Mechanical paddles guide the chips through the river of oil. They ensure every chip cooks for the exact same amount of time.
Temperature is controlled to within a fraction of a degree. Consistency here is the difference between golden and burnt.
Steam billows from the factory roof. It is the visible sign of moisture leaving the potato.
In just 3 minutes, the magic happens. The starch caramelizes, turning the slice a perfect golden hue.
The oil is constantly filtered and refreshed. Fresh oil ensures a clean taste and long shelf life.
Golden and crispy, the chips emerge from the heat. They have survived the ordeal and are now officially chips. Gravity drains away the excess oil. We want the crunch, not the grease.
Specialized conveyors strip the final droplets of oil. The result is a dry, crisp texture. The fryer can leave burn marks or wet centers. Optical cameras scan the finished stream at lightning speed.
An air blast removes any chip that is too dark. Only the golden standard is accepted.
A final human check removes folded or clumped chips. Perfection is the goal for every bag.
The chips are too hot to season immediately. A cooling conveyor brings them down to the perfect temperature. In the lab, the crunch is scientifically measured. The fracture force must meet a specific profile.
Oil content is analyzed to ensure it meets health standards. The balance between flavor and fat is critical.
Colorimeters verify the shade of gold. Even a slight variation can indicate an issue in the fryer.
The main river of chips divides into tributaries. Different lanes lead to different flavor stations.
Buffer systems hold the chips during packaging changeovers. The fryer never stops, so the line must accommodate the flow.
Vibrating troughs march the chips forward gently. This motion minimizes breakage of the fragile snacks.
The seasoning deck is a noisy, aromatic hub. Here, plain chips are dressed in their flavor identities.
Proprietary spice blends are loaded into the dispensers. These recipes are closely guarded secrets. The tumble drum ensures 360-degree coverage. Every curve and crinkle must catch the flavor. A micro mist of oil acts as the glue. It ensures the seasoning powder sticks to the chip surface. A curtain of flavor rains down on the snacks. Barbecue, sour cream, or salt. The process is the same. Vibration spreads the powder into a uniform curtain. Clumps of seasoning are broken up before they fall. Seasoned to perfection, the chips exit the drum. The aroma at this stage is overwhelming. Lines are strictly segregated to prevent flavor mixing. You don't want barbecue dust on your salted chips.
Changeovers are executed with pit crew speed. The equipment is washed and sanitized before a new flavor runs.
The humo pallet is the ultimate judge. Sensory panels taste every batch to ensure the flavor profile is authentic.
Sodium levels are checked against the nutritional label. Accuracy is a legal and health requirement.
The flow of chips is weighed in real time. The seasoning dispenser adjusts automatically to match the volume. The finished chips take one final ride up. They ascend to the top of the packaging towers. The packaging hall is a forest of vertical baggers. It is the final frontier before the product is sealed.
The multi-head weigher is the brain of the operation. It calculates the perfect combination of chips to hit the target weight.
In milliseconds, the computer selects the buckets that sum to the exact gram. It's a mathematical marvel.
The trapdoors open, releasing the portion. Gravity pulls the snack toward its final wrapper. One last safety check scans the falling product. Metal detectors ensure the chips are free of foreign objects. A continuous roll of foil is pulled over a forming shoulder. It transforms flat film into a tube shape. A heated bar seals the vertical seam. The tube is now a long, continuous cylinder. Nitrogen gas is flushed into the bag, displacing oxygen. This cushion protects the chips and keeps them fresh. The chips land in the nitrogen-filled pillow. They are cushioned against breakage.
Heated jaws clamp down, sealing the bag and cutting it free. The rhythm is hypnotic. Seal, cut, drop.
The finished bag drops onto the exit belt. It is now a consumer product. Check weighers verify the final package weight. Any bag that is too light or heavy is flipped off the line.
Pressure testers squeeze the bags to ensure they are airtight. A leaking bag means stale chips.
The expiry date is printed instantly. This stamp is the consumer's guarantee of freshness.
X-ray scanners look inside the foil. They double-check for any dense contaminants one last time.
Robotic packers pick up the delicate bags with suction cups. They arrange them gently into shipping cases.
The shipping cases are sealed and taped. They are ready to be stacked.
Inventory labels are applied to the exterior. They tell the warehouse exactly what is inside. Multiple production lines feed into the main trunk. The volume of output is staggering. Spiral conveyors bring the cases down to ground level. Gravity assists the flow toward the palletizers. The palletizing robot never tires. It lifts multiple cases at once, building the stack with geometric precision.
Interlocking patterns create a stable pallet. This structure ensures the load survives the truck ride. Cardboard sheets separate the layers. They add friction and stability to the tall stack. The completed pallet rolls away automatically. It makes room for the next one immediately. Stretch wrap secures the load for transport. It binds the boxes together into a single unit.
Autonomous forklifts collect the wrapped pallets. The warehouse floor is a zone of quiet automation. The warehouse is a cathedral of snacks. Millions of bags wait here for distribution.
High bay cranes utilize vertical space efficiently. Every cubic foot of the warehouse is optimized.
Digital tracking knows the location of every single box. First in, first out ensures stock rotation. Orders are assembled for supermarkets and distributors. Mixed pallets are built to suit specific store needs. The staging area buzzes with activity. Pallets are prepped for the outbound trucks.
Forklifts bridge the gap to the transport fleet. They pack the trailers tight to maximize efficiency.
The trailer is filled to capacity. It is a puzzle of cubic efficiency.
The doors are sealed, locking in the cargo. The factory's work is done.
The truck pulls away, heavy with savory cargo. The chips are on their way to you.
Distribution networks span the continent. Fresh chips are delivered to every corner of the country.
The final leg of the journey brings the chips to retail. They arrive at the back door of your local store. Stockers arrange the bags on the shelf. The colorful packaging is designed to catch your eye.
The cycle is complete when the consumer makes a choice. A craving is about to be satisfied.
The seal is broken, releasing the aroma. It is the sound of anticipation.
Crispy, salty, and satisfying. The humble potato has achieved its ultimate form.
A staple of gatherings and good times. Chips bring people together. It starts with the farmer's care. Their dedication is the root of the process.
It relies on the engineer's precision. Their vigilance ensures quality.
It depends on the driver's reliability. They bridge the miles.
A complex global chain for a simple pleasure. It takes a village to make a chip. Behind the scenes, sustainability is key. Water is recycled and purified for reuse. Potato peels are turned into energy. Biogas plants power the very factory that produced the waste. The sun powers the production. Modern factories strive for a greener footprint.
Safety is the priority before every shift. A safe team is a productive team.
When production stops, sanitation begins. The line must be spotless for the next day. Preventative maintenance keeps the line moving. Downtime is not an option.
Innovation never sleeps. Chefs are constantly dreaming up the next bold flavor.
Consumer feedback guides the future. Only the most popular flavors make it to production.
The love for chips is universal. This factory feeds a global appetite. The factory hums through the night. The demand for snacks is 24/7.
As a new day breaks, the cycle restarts. The harvest continues.
Blades are changed every few hours. Sharpness is non-negotiable for a clean cut.
In the workshop, blades are honed to a razor edge. Maintenance supports production. Heat exchangers maintain the oil temperature indirectly. This prevents scorching the oil.
Hydraulic hoods lift for cleaning access. The scale of the fryer becomes apparent. Belts are cleaned continuously on the return loop. Hygiene is a constant process.
Solenoid valves fire in milliseconds. The reaction time is faster than a blink.
Internal ribs lift the chips gently. This tumbling action ensures even coating. Leaf springs drive the vibratory motion. They move product without moving parts touching it.
Tension rollers keep the film taut. Wrinkles would cause a bad seal. Liquid nitrogen is stored in bulk. It is the invisible guardian of freshness. Glue pellets melt into adhesive liquid. It bonds the shipping cases instantly. Electric forklifts run clean and quiet. Battery swaps keep them moving continuously. Compressed air drives the automation. It is the pneumatic muscle of the factory. Advanced membranes filter the process water. It can be reused for initial washing. Peels are not trash. They are nutrition. Local cattle farms benefit from the byproduct. Microscopes reveal the starch cell structure. Science helps predict the frying behavior.
Titration measures free fatty acids in the oil. It tells us when the oil needs refreshing.
Hygiene protocols begin before the floor. Uniforms and hand washing are mandatory.
Air showers blast dust from clothing. The production zone is a clean environment.
The control room sees all. Operators monitor the flow from a central hub.
Safety systems are everywhere. Production can be halted instantly in an emergency. A vast inventory of spare parts is ready. Quick repairs minimize costly downtime.
Red lights mask the chip's appearance. Testers must rely solely on taste and texture.
Samples are stored to test longevity. We ensure the chip tastes good months later.
Dock seals keep the weather out and the cool air in. The loading zone maintains the cold chain.
Sometimes manual tools are still best. Pallet jacks handle the tight spaces.
Robotic scrubbers keep the floors polished. Cleanliness extends to the tire tracks. Excess heat is vented away. The factory breathes to maintain a comfortable climate.
Tankers replenish the oil silos. It is a continuous supply for the fryers.
Spices are blended in-house for consistency. The mixer creates a uniform flavor dust. Detectors are tested hourly with test wands. We verify that the safety systems are working. Tensile testers pull the seals apart. The bag must be tough enough to survive the journey. We check the atmosphere inside the bag. Oxygen is the enemy of freshness. Mechanical rings sort by size. Uniform potatoes make uniform chips. Mud settles out of the wash water. It is returned to the land as soil. Sensors maintain the oil level. Fresh oil is added automatically as needed.
Operators adjust the line speed. They balance throughput with cooking time.
The reject bin collects the mistakes. We study them to improve the process. The baton is passed at shift change. The line keeps running, powered by new energy.
A moment of rest for the team. Their hard work drives the production.
From the earth to your pantry, the process is revealed. This is the journey of the potato chip.
Subscribe to Process Revealed TV. Join us to discover how the world works.
Like this video if you love chips. Tell us in the comments what process we should reveal next.
Stay tuned for our next episode. We'll be diving into the sweet world of chocolate.
Thanks for watching. Keep exploring the fascinating world of manufacturing with us.